The mind is one of the most complex and fascinating phenomena in the universe. It allows us to think, reason, feel, and experience the world around us. But what exactly is the mind? In this video, we'll explore some different perspectives on the nature of the mind, and try to answer the question, what is mind? One common way to think about the mind is as a kind of inner space or mental realm. This is the idea that the mind is a private, subjective domain that we experience in our own heads. It's where we have our thoughts, feelings, and perceptions. From a scientific perspective, the mind is closely related to the brain. The brain is the physical organ that generates the mind's activity. Our thoughts and emotions arise from the firing of neurons in our brains, which form complex patterns of electrical and chemical activity. Philosophers have long debated the nature of the mind. Some argue that the mind is distinct from the brain and the body, and that it exists independently of them. This is known as the dualist view of mind. Others argue that the mind is not a separate entity, but rather an emergent property of the brain and the body. This is known as the materialist view of mind. From a spiritual perspective, the mind is often seen as a gateway to higher consciousness or enlightenment. Practices like meditation and mindfulness aim to quiet the mind and bring us closer to a deeper understanding of ourselves and the world around us. Finally, some thinkers have compared the mind to a kind of computer or information processing system. They argue that the mind operates like a program, taking in inputs from the environment and generating outputs in response. So what is mind? Ultimately, the answer to this question depends on your perspective. Whether you see the mind as a private inner space, an emergent property of the brain and body, a spiritual gateway, or a kind of information processing system, the mind remains a fascinating and complex phenomenon that continues to challenge our understanding. Thanks for watching.